Oh, I'm so happy to be here, lovelies. Hi, loves. How are you, moon babes? It's your mama witch. How's it going? I'm just kind of settling in right now, and thank Goddess for my fabulous daughter Bird, who's been helping me get set up today because we have so much to do and a little bit of reality to touch into because I've got one teenager in one spot and I'm going to be collecting them later. You're my sole focus, and we have a lot to accomplish today because we'll be doing Moon Tarot, and Bert and I have it so together that we actually have the whole list of the zodiac right here. And we will also be doing Q&A live too, because I really want to pull Moon Tarot for all of you that are present, because your presence really truly is the entire reason why I do this. And also, I'm going to move this microphone away from this. Oh, I might need Bird's assistance for this because my little fan is turning on and I don't want that to be disturbing to you. And we'll also be doing a new You Spell today, which has a really beautiful, fun enactment. And again, those of you that are present, that will be interactive and you will be able to participate in the spell, which means I will be holding with you your spell here. So I'm going to check in and take a little peep over to see who's with us very quickly. Can someone let me know how the picture is and how the sound is? Because the little fan on my machine just turned on, and I want to make sure that we're okay and that it isn't too disturbing to your spirit, because I'm a highly sensitive person and I tend to attract highly sensitive folks into my space here. Oh, it's fun. I'm happy to have you all here. Lovely. Oh, goody. Hi, Jackie. I'm glad you're here today. And Nia's here too, Primordial Flowers Tarot. And they have a space that's so special. I don't want to get it wrong, Nia. What do you call your space, my love? I want to make sure that yes, you call it the Immaterial Garden. Thank you very much. Love you too, sweetheart. Yeah, and Liz is here. Thank you. Bert is pouring us our special brew, so we'll give the brew recipe in just a moment as well. Oh, Jackie, it means everything to me that you're here. Look, there, I found out how to scroll. So I'm going to go to the top. Does anybody want to let me know how our picture and our sound is? Yes. Hi, Liz, my honey. And hello, Sophia. I don't know of a live that you haven't been present for, so thank you. It means everything to me that you're here. Thank you. I don't always know how to say your name based on what it says here, but I think it says Ollie Ridley. Hello. I am having a good holiday. Thank you. Picture and sound is great. Thank you very much. All right. Having said that, hello, Renee. It's good to see you. And hello, Caitlin. Good. Thank you. You know, the reason why this is crystal clear and this is fun for me, and I have little ways that I'll just be chatting with my daughter here and there because they're helping me so nicely. I have the crystal clarity for a reason, and I want to surprise. Bird, can you hear me, honey? Yes. Okay, can you bring with me Jillian's book? Jillian's book is right there in my room on the table, right by the door. So this picture is crystal clear and the sound is nice because of the precious Luna Nate. Jillian has given me this expert advisement on some of the gear that I need. And wonderfully, I just received a couple of copies of their book. So this is the other copies for you, honey. Love you. So this is Jillian's book called Crystal Intentions, Practices for Manifesting Wellness. And this is just essential reading. They wrote it in concert with Araminta Star Matthews, and I hope I have said that correctly. So Jillian, thank you so much for giving me advisement. This is a Logitech webcam, and it's a Yeti microphone, and I'll show you. Because also I tend to attract people in my space that might share some of the same ambitions that I do. And let me just tell you, there is room for all of us here. My dream and my vision, because I'm way back, I'm 54 years old. So I'm way back from the AIDS quilt era, where we piece our piece together and create a fabulous concatenation, a fabulous quilt together. And how beautiful is that vision that we're creating an incredibly unfurling, beautiful, healing salve and healing cloak to surround and encase our gorgeous earth in all that's needed to create and co-create my gargantuan spell, to live within a world where all are sheltered, all are fed, and all have sovereignty. So to me, there's room for everyone. So if you have the privilege to know and be able to have some of the gear to create spaces like this, I'm very happy to share too, generously, just the same as Jillian. And thank you so much, Jillian, for hyping me over on Instagram today. I had some fun over on my Instagram stories. In fact, I created a playlist right before I popped on today, and it will go with our spell. And we'll jump into that in just a moment. And, not but, and we always begin the same way, by striking a wooden match, my loves. And that is evolved, and it's always evolving, even though it's what I always do. It's always evolving. I strike this match to alert our spirit guides that we're here, we're open, and we're listening for the messages that we're ready to receive. Oh, and we just love that smoke scrying too. Tell me what you see in the smoke. Yes. And this is a brand new enactment too. I have a second candle, and this is for my precious angel moon baby subscribers. You get your own special candle because your presence is incredibly special. You're helping me feather my nest over here on YouTube, and I'm seeking wellness. I'm seeking monetization, and I'm seeking to be able to expand this space in healthfulness for all of us. So you have a flame that's lit from the flame for all. And this is for you, special, beautiful moon baby subscribers. I love you dearly. Thank you for believing in my magic. Tell me what you see in the smoke. It's beautiful. Ooh, I see those wafting angel wings. Thank you for being my angels. Oh, so this is when I take a peek over and see who's joining us right now live. Because, you know, I save these things. I save these things in all of their glory. I save these things because what goes on here is sacred. I save these things because when I forget 3 of the zodiac signs, and then my sweet daughter who had a cold last week zips in with the 3 that I've forgotten, I save that too because that's real. My sweetheart and my kids jumped in to help me when I was healing from my prosthetic hip implant that I just got 25 days ago. And I'm feeling so great. But they kind of stepped in on days that were tougher in my immediate healing and did a little Instagram takeover here and there. And my sweetheart hubby has a description of what it is to be sort of my partner and what it is to observe my magic. And they shared that I say all the time, my magic has to be real. And that's why I love saving these lives, because it shows the reality of the situation. I especially am very sensitive to folk trying to be perfect or act perfect. I think that that's a sham. And yeah, it has to be real. So I'm going to take a second and peek over and see who's joined us. Hello, Annette. It's good to see you. And hi, Valerie. Oh, and thank you so much for being here, Valerie, from Jillian. Yes, lovely. Well, thank you. I had a moment because I'll just explain to you, and I'm loving seeing you. I love you, bird. My daughter's on. I love that. Okay, so this says here, the Adams at home. You're excited. Well, that's my maiden name, so I'm happy to see that you're here. So, um, Amanda, hello. It's good to see you. And Jessica Rivera. Oh, and this is your first time here. I'm really happy to have you here. We have a lot of fun. And Liz has a little message for me. I'm glowing. Thank you. Now I feel like $1,000,000. I got to tell you, I'm feeling so physically great in my body. And I'm ready to dig right in. Okay, so let's begin by consecrating our session, shall we? We'll utilize my atmosphere mist. We begin with my resist mist, which is in this green bottle. Resist mist is for protection, which is so important. That's a huge theme today as we're wrapping up this decade. We shake well to sound the bell, which activates the spell. There's a black lava bead within. You know, I'm such a consent witch. I really don't like to say too much, but there's some people in this space that were here for the creation of this, which I created for my coven space that was 2 years ago, that was in my home. Bird and I held space, and we sort of hand chose folks. And there's a couple people that are in our space right now that were here for my very first mist that I made a public offering, which was Resist Mist. And this Resist Mist is for grounding and protection. Sometime last year, I even reformulated this to be even more sort of closer to aroma neutral. This is for highly sensitive folks. I just wanted this to be something you could use anytime, almost in secret, to cleanse and consecrate your space, especially at work when you have to work very privately in your spirituality and yet still be kind of in an office setting. So we create a gossamer halo over our head and breathe deeply in through our nose, release our shoulders, our breath, our solar plexus, and say, Ma. Yummy. So, you know, sometimes I'm fancy and I create a little stand so you can see my stuff. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right there. So they'll still be in the shot, kind of far away. All right. And next we'll use our MoonTarot, which I just love, the sexy black bottle. I just love matte black. Isn't that yummy with that satin finish? Try not to play favorites too much, but MoonTarot is way up there for me. MoonTarot is for manifestation, and you shake well once again to sound the bell that activates the spell. This has a quartz crystal bead within, and we create that gossamer halo. We breathe deeply in. This is the one that smells the most Catholic to me. So it has like a very positive, churchy, cathedral aroma because it smells like that frankincense, myrrh, the gifts that we bring the babe. It's very Mary to me, Mary, Mary to me. And that's a positive connotation, even though we know that there's been so much colonial trauma that the Catholic Church has brought to the globe. I'm here to hold space for that healing because that was a positive way that I was raised. So I believe that manifestation has built-in healing properties to it, because when we cast our spells, we cast spells to create the greater good. So if you're truly in your magic and you're manifesting for the greater good, inherently there will be healing. It has to be healing. So there you go. There's MoonTarot. And here's Aura, which is great. We'll shake well to sound the bell to activate the spell. And there's the sexy, yummy ombre bottle of Aura. And she's got a nice tiger eye bead from within. And Aura is for invocation. She's for invoking spirit guides and earthly lovers. So this is kind of the sexy sauce. So we create that gossamer halo overhead. Breathe deeply in and release, say, Ma. Thank you, Aura. Aura has really changed my life because when Aura came along, my career in this space in the magical realm became more public and more sort of out. All y'all love this sexy sauce. I understand. Yep, we need our yummy physical love, don't we? Okay, sorry to bang the table. I'm gonna kind of, I don't know if this is like, it's kind of wiggling and jiggling a little tiny bit, but I'm not going to care about that. So also I want you to be able to observe the candles for the entire collective, and special for you subscriber moon babes. I love you both. I understand you can't always be seen by subscribing, but I'm here for you finding a way to be seen as my subscriber. There we go. There's our sweet little angel spot right over there. And we will move this over a little tiny bit. How are we doing? All right. We've got our Circle of Life Tarot ready to rock. I will shuffle and we will chat. Today, while we create our spell work, part of it has it's an aqueous spell. It's a water-based spell. We'll kind of warm up in a way. I think of this as like stretching out and seeking and moving our limbs of our spell work by looking into the MoonTarot of our zodiac. And then we'll get into the spell work, which is a new moon, solar eclipse, ring of fire, sweet nectar spell, which is kind of a new you spell for New Year's Eve. All right. And later on Instagram, I will show you the super fun playlist that I just put together for that spell. It's kind of dancey and very queer and very yummy vintage disco vibes. And I love it very, very much. And I was having fun with it. The core of my Instagram stories today was from Thelma Houston, Don't Leave Me This Way, which is a beautiful a kind of a disco torch song of love and loss. All right. So Bird has created part of our spell that actually is in the freezer right now. So we're actually using our freezer as part of our spell. So you stick around, okay? And what I'd love is for those of you that are present now to know that your spell is very welcome inside my spell. And also those of you that aren't watching it live, but actually creating your own spell from this, you're welcome to do that too. This is a jumping off place. So here we go, my loves. Are you ready? Are you set? And you say out loud, you bet. Here we go. All right. We break the deck with our left hand, as is tarot tradition. And I do like you to see this, so I'm going to tilt the screen down. Here we go. And today I'm using Casey's altar cloth from the Wanderer's Tarot, which I'm just loving. I'm not confident enough in the Wanderer's Tarot to use it on my live yet, but I love this altar cloth. So thank you, Casey. And we have shuffled well. We're breaking the deck into 3. Oh, and I like that movement there. And back into 1. And away we go. I'm going to take a little peek over here at our little comment bar. Is everybody treating each other nice over here today, my loves? Yes. Oh, it is a good playlist, Nee. You're going to love it. Okay. Oh, I'm looking to see right now. You're saying, oh, okay, good. Okay, good. We're all hanging tight right now. Oh, hello, Morena. It's good to see you. Does everybody want to weigh in and say where they're here from today? I do so love when we have our happy roll call. Where's everybody today? Where's everybody watching from before we jump right in with Aries? How's everyone doing and where are you watching from today? I see a lot of California folks, and I believe that Nee is up in Washington State. Does everybody want to state where they're from today? Oh, good. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad, Jessica, you're watching from Orlando. It's great. How's your weather over there today? Hi, Sophia in Montreal. Oh, and it's snowy. That's lovely. Hi, Bethany from Anchorage. Oh, Bethany, I'm so happy you're here. Hello, my love. Hi, Valerie in Jersey. Oh, that's so much fun. I've got a couple of Jersey folks and Amanda as well. Oh, and it's your day off. That's fabulous. Hi, St. Louis. You're so welcome here, Renee. Hi, Alexi in Michigan. Tara in South Jersey. This is a lot of fun. And Max is in Milwaukee. That's wonderful. And it's a beautiful day. Good. I'm so glad. You know what? Nina, I'm sorry that I didn't get your name correct last week, and I'm happy you're back from the UK. You're so welcome here. I know you guys have had just buckets and buckets of rain, so I'm happy that you didn't float away and you're here. Oh, Southern Mexico, thank you for being here, Buffalo's Eye. It's good to have you here. And hello, Anna Maria. You're here from London. I'm so happy. Oh, Julia, hi. It's good to see you from Germany. That's so lovely. Oh, this is so much fun. You're a sweetheart. Well, good. Annette is here from Norway, and that makes me so happy too. All right. The deck remains the same, cuties. Let's get going, shall we? So, this ring of fire is a big deal. And the fact that I'm able to create this live with my daughter here is a big deal, because the last thing I said before that incredible angel burst forth from a very small area of my body, I shouted, and it's on video, ring of fire. I hope that feels more like my story than her story, because it really was happening to my body. She wasn't the ring of fire. The ring of fire was that little tiny spot she was trying to burst forth from. So this ring of fire solar eclipse experience that we just had is very special to me with my daughter. And so I'm bringing all that bursting forth energy where, right before that manifestation, a lot of times there's a really big sting because your manifestation is sort of ripping through. So this is our Ring of Fire Moon Tarot session today. Let's get it on, Aries. All right. Woo! Right away, the Nine of Swords. I think this is a happy celebration. So I want to give you the opportunity to take a screen grab of that if you feel that you'd like to, Aries. This is the reversed Nine of Swords. And the reversed Nine of Swords is showing that you've really broken free from a very repetitive nightmare that you have been in. And so well done, you. I'm super happy for you. Aries, you're such leaders. You're so full of life and fabulous ideas. And something about the way that you've been bringing that in has kind of haunted you, especially when your mind is supposed to be quiet at night. And you've broken free from that nightmare. And so yay for you. Moving forward, let's try to release and nourish the lining of our belly, nourish the lining of our mouth, and nourish all the sort of orifices of our body to have a soft cushion as you move forward, so we don't accidentally slip back into that cool comfort of that looped nightmare thinking. Okay. When we have something that's repetitive, we've created a pathway for it to exist. So Aries, my love, just because the path exists doesn't mean you gotta take it. So well done you for breaking that pattern. Keep that area lubed and sweet so you don't accidentally go down that road again. Okay, my love? Yay. That was a mouthful. I'm going to have a nice little aggressive sip of tea for that one, Aries. I'm proud of you, honey. I get along great with you, Aries, because you're across the calendar from me. So I kind of feel like we can yodel across the field to each other and really see each other. A lot of times when Aries have something exciting to do, they come to me because I'm like a super loud follower. I'm like, yes, let's do that. Let's quit our jobs and drive across the country. All right. Taurus, I am yours. I feel like I want to move this. Bird, my love. Honey, can you hear me? She is helping me get things ready for the spell aspect of this. And I'm just going to move this. I just need 4. Oh, I don't need that yet, baby. I need 4 plain candles, and they're right out that door in the box. Thank you so much. I'm just moving this a little closer. Taurus, I'm ready for you. And you know that this is a special year for Taurus and I, because I found out quite sort of fortuitously that I'm a Taurus rising when I had given myself a legendary sort of bill of goods that I was Scorpio rising this whole time, which has really helped me to be bold and full of passion in my lifetime. So in a way, it was sort of helpful that I didn't know I was Taurus rising. But now that I know I'm Taurus rising, I feel like the second half of my life, I can be a little bit more in my sexy happiness. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. You can just put them right down here. Okay, honey, because I'm going to light them and put them inside here. No, I don't want them in there yet. Thank you, honey. So Taurus, you ready? Here we go. All right. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is straight up. And I'll give you the opportunity to screen grab that. Again, I'll tell you, this is the Circle of Life Tarot from Maria Di Stefano, which has been my absolute constant companion for this last 2019. Actually, it came to my life in 2018. This deck fell on my feet. If anything could be more Taurian and more earth-based than this deck falling on my feet and helping me with the trauma that I was experiencing. I experienced what I called, and I've never heard anyone say this before, and actually my partner's been very much like, yeah, do you have to say that? I was calling it, I went tarot blind. And that's disturbing to me to say that, but I was using a deck that was culturally appropriative, and it was a real singer for me. I'd been using it my entire career, and all of a sudden, my eyes were open to it, to the trauma that it was sort of producing and the trauma that it was pulling forward. And it's not just that things needed to be perfect in that space, and this is very much about the Wheel of Fortune. It was that the creatrixes of the deck, there's 2 of them, they never spoke to the trauma of the deck. They never spoke to the intensity with which people were harmed from it. And their silence said it all for me. And I had to really face that. And I had to face a lot of things with my peers at that moment and realize that I can still exist. I was in my local witch shop, my, many decades occult shop, and this deck fell on my feet. I love reading with round tarot, being a lunar witch. And this deck fell on my feet, and I'm having this wonderful relationship. It's an Italian creatrix. And in 2018, one of my relatives did a 23andMe, and we found out that we're Italian. Little baby witch me used to tell everybody that when I grew up, I wanted to be an Italian buckle shoe dancer. What's that? All I knew is those buckle shoes were red, though. Isn't that fun? So being a Taurus rising, I'm a real physical creature. And this Wheel of Fortune, Taurus, my love, is showing me that X really marks the spot. You are standing on the pay dirt. You are right where you need to be. And rather than be violent and dig a huge hole, how about you chill out and melt into the sweetness of the soil right now and let that yielding come in? Let the soil accept you. Ask permission at every intersection. Is this the right pathway and route? Is this the right pathway and route? And wait till that invitation comes and that consent actually comes. So yes, you are standing on the pay dirt, but let's not be violent and just dig and mine it all and rip it out and use it. We aren't creating more of these sort of missions. I just redid my bio recently because the precious and beautiful witches of the Commons. Do you follow the Commons? They're over on YouTube. They're pretty active on Instagram. They're amazing. It's a kind of a morning talk show style show that's for witches, from witches, about witches. And they are so precious. 2 Wednesdays ago, they dubbed me their Witch Crush Wednesday, and they went and looked at the bio on my website. And I was very disturbed by some of my own words talking about being on a mission. I'm sorry, no, that language is outmoded for me. So, really, Taurus, where you would have dug and ripped the soil back, knowing that you're on the pay dirt and there's some treasure beneath, we don't do that anymore. We ask for consent. We wait for timing. We wait to move into the space that we're invited into, even though we know that it works still in the hideous structures that are kind of present upon Earth. We aren't going to do that anymore. All right. So that's the new yes. All right. Taurus, that was a lot. Gemini, let's go. Gemini, here we go. The near and dear Hierophant card. Wow, this is a lot. So Gemini, you are in your total wheelhouse as a teacher. You're in your wheelhouse as a teacher because you're so good at being a student. You're a little bit the belle of the ball right now, and enjoy that. We need you so much in 2020. We need your wisdom so much this coming new year. So please just sort of take good care of your physical form so you don't burn out your throat. Take care of your body. Okay, my loves? And so, yes, thank you for being here for us, the beautiful and lovely Gemini. Wow, gorgeous card for you. Cancer, here we go. You have the left tilted Queen of Pentacles. This is the left tilted Queen of Pentacles. The left tilted Queen of Pentacles shows us your intuition is everything right now. It's not about your actions. It's about your night mind, your moon mind, and a little bit your ability to mutate and be psychedelic inside of your intuition and your mind. Like, this is a very much a let it be weird. Your treasure is coming, and let the pathway be weird. This is a gorgeous card. You very much need to be out in nature more right now, Cancer. If you're going through shit right now, and pardon my language, if you're going through stuff right now that makes you feel uncomfortable when you're outside of your shell, then just wait till nighttime and take a little night drive. Okay. You can still get out in nature inside your vehicle by rolling your window down. Do it on your terms and let it be psychedelic. Okay. I love that for you, Cancer. Yay. These are fabulous cards. I love that. Okay. Leo babies. Wow. You kind of, do you see me turning this? This is left tilted to upright, the world. Leos. Oh, I mean, this is kind of like a really, I'm going to say it, it's really kind of like the Pink Ladies, Pop Your Collar, Girl Gang of cards right now. These are going together. You've got the world going right now, Leo. And still, I know I said it last week, you still need rest. You need to just roll into 2020 with that true deep body rest. You are very much physical creatures. So you need to go to the movies more, and you need to relax and have fun and super deep belly laugh. You got to get all the pleasures to get that sort of all modalities of the altar replenished. So please replenish everything that you need for 2020. Fill in the gaps. Eat soup that fills in the cracks, like pureed soups. This is a really important card for you right now, my loves, because I know you like to do stuff, but sometimes you just have to administer to the road wear of what 2019 kind of created in your body. Okay. So it's almost like you need to work on your infrastructure right now, and you need to fill in the potholes right now. Okay, honeys? How's everybody doing? Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. going to take a little tiny break, and I'm going to take a look at our little sidebar and see how everybody's doing. I had a fabulous suggestion from McClure at Orify. Oh, hi, Jillian. It's good to see you, cute heart. And hello, Todd. Good to see you. I don't know whether I should call you SE Todd or how I should say. Good. Yeah. Oh, my God. Luna's here. It's so good. Hi, Kimmy. It's good to see you. Oh, good. That's fabulous, honey. I'm glad to see this. Cancer rising here. And yes, awesome. Good. You're not super late. You're right on time. I love that. Good. Oh, Jackie, damn, right? Exactly. Oh, good. I'm happy to see all of TK's here. I was hoping you'd be here today. No, you didn't miss Sag. And I have everything I want to show everybody. After flubbing a few weeks in a row, my sweetheart baby angel made me a whole big list. Okay, so I've got everything going here for us. All right. Just wanted to have a little teeny break and share with you the brew, which is true. I'll have a little sip and tell you what McClure at Orify said, because they're my little Cappy sweet moon baby, and they gave a great suggestion. And I've seen this over at Luna Nate's lives too, that they go back over their description and they write the timing in the video for each one of the zodiac signs. And I absolutely am holding space and dreaming that I'll be able to get to that. It's kind of a busy day today, but I think I'm going to get there. I think I'm going to write down the minutes on this little list right here in the video where each person can go back and hop on, because I know not everybody has all the time in the world to do their thing. Okay, so thank you for that great suggestion. I appreciate that. So the brew, which is true, is some moon water with a little teeny vial of rainwater, because I don't want to get any toxic in it, that has a base of 3 cardamom pods, a big sprig of rosemary from my garden, and a few hawthorn berries, because I'm still just so obsessed with summoning the fairies. I'm still obsessed with all of us tucking deeply into the body, our maternal body, because all of us were born of a woman, and all of us have a woman to thank for the gift of life. The gift of the ability to be alive each and every day was handed to you through a woman's body. So I'm still very much called to ask us to go into the body of the femme, into the body of the experience of the feminine maternal being for comfort. And ultimately, you must give that to your little baby angel within. So I'm still obsessed with that. So this is a bit of a fairy brew. It's light in color. I think it's beautiful. Isn't that a gorgeous little blonde brew? Okay, good. We're ready to jump right back in. Virgo, how are you, my love? I got you. Wow, another queen showing up. I love this. So this is the left tilted Queen of Wands. We've had 2 queens show up today, and both queens were left tilted. So I kind of feel like, and this isn't a feeling, this is a deep knowing that I'll share with you, this very serious time right now in healing in 2019 has a thread of remothering. It has a thread of going into the space where we are born in a burst. We are born through a ring of fire. That big throaty burst of language that I used right before my daughter Bird burst through my body was ring of fire. We're born through that, through a mother's body. All of us beings come through a woman's body, and there's trauma in that. Just the birth process, no matter how it is, even if it's pleasant, has an aspect to it where there's these triggers that happen in the body, or triggers that happen in the operating room, or however you're born into this world, that have an aspect of trauma. And we must go back to that space and be in the part of our experience that we're forced into life, that life happens in a burst right there at the end. And I'm looking at these queens that are showing up left tilted. And there's a part of them that's ready to give us wisdom in time. Please allow for the wooziness, and please allow for the knowledge that's shining through from this solar eclipse to settle into our bodies. Please hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. All my spells right now have a real aqueous aspect, and the spell that we'll be casting here in a few minutes is a water-based spell. It has a frozen aspect to it, and we're going to get into that in just a second. The way that we're going to work through this, Virgo, is by gentle thaw. So when the time comes for your big, big fiery move, when that bursting forth transition happens, we want that thaw to be gentle. So please don't worry about creating a gigantic framework and plan where you're going to come in and slay. Like, watch for language that's about kill and slay and pummel, and be gentle right now, because when the time comes, it's going to be a little bit more of a melt with that fire that you're building right now. So just your fire's coming, kindling at a time and peace at a time. So please don't worry about having to do like a big roaring raging fire that you just like club folks over with a giant flaming torch. It's a melting, okay, honey? So you're going to be fine. You just take good care of your mother wounds right now, okay, Virgo? Love you. Okay, moving right on to Libra. Libra's got the Four of Pent straight up. Four of Pent straight up. And I'm going to give you a chance to screen grab that, cute Libras. There you go. Well, not to be all like scene stealer, but this is as good as it gets. I mean, I love the Four of Pentacles for being a card with a lot of experience. I love it for being right timing. I love it for feeding all modalities on the altar. Now is the time for you to stand in the center of all that balance that you've created and relax. Be in your wisdom. Sit on this very comfortable big stone and be in a meditative space with being ready to receive all of these deep, deep blessings, because they are here for everyone. So this is about not hoarding. This is about sharing the wealth that is coming into your life in 2020. Maybe you set up like the framework of this Four of Pentacles. You set up a monthly or monthly give to others, like maybe every full moon, because we love to be grateful upon our full moon. Every full moon, you utilize that as a time for you to dig in and give what you have received to someone that might be in need, or just something that makes you happy. Maybe it happens every single full moon, but let's do something that's pleasure-based with all this gorgeousness that you're receiving right now, in a way that you can see the giving back that you're doing and enjoy it, okay? It's a pretty hot card. All right. Let's go, Scorpio. This is a reversed Seven of Cups. This is a moony card. This is a card that's showing a need for some pretty intense inner healing right now. I'm going to, I say that MoonTarot gives me agency to speak my truth. And my truth is, I think that seeking outside assistance with the harms that you are dealing with is the way to go. I think this is time for you to do whatever therapeutic treatment is most comfortable for you. And if that looks like getting a new therapist, get a new therapist. If that looks like cracking a book or doing some kind of a mental wellness program that is regulated, that has a little bit of a rhythm to it, please do that. I'm sorry for that little bing sound right there. I'm not really sure how to make that be quiet, but I'm not sure how to use my machine fully. But I'm going to use that bing as a way to track back to you, Scorpio. Scorpio, my love, I see you. I know you've been through hell, and you're going to be okay. All right? I promise you. Just relax. This is about releasing the muscles of your body so you can get rid of the calcification of stress that you have kind of bunched into your muscles, okay? And seek therapeutic treatments. So this is a very positive card when you think about it. We all go through trauma and pain. I want you to know yours is special. Your pain and your trauma is special because it's yours. Treat it like it's special. And also know that you share that with all of humanity and all sentient beings. So you have a lot in common with everybody in the world because we're all in pain, aren't we? Okay. Sag. Somebody wanted Sag. I'm ready for you. Is that you, TK? Here we go, baby. All right, this is the Ace of Cups. It's the left tilted Ace of Cups. This is your time right now to get sort of everything, your ducks all in a row to be launched for your biggest era of self-love ever. This is the big kahuna of self-love now. So I think that you're really going to love the spell that's coming up in just a second. So your left tilted One of Cups or Ace of Cups shows that you're just getting started. This is just the beginning, okay? That's for you, Sag, babe. All right, Cappy, here we go, sweetheart, in your season. I'm going to have a little sip of this tea. Ah, love it. This is the reversed Two of Wands, Cappy. You know, hoot and holler and shriek about it. Like, that's cool. That's physical. You're a North Node Earth sign. So it's all about the body. So if screaming and hooting and hollering and yelling about it makes you feel like you're in your physical form, go ahead and do that. In general, though, you need more resources. You need more fuel. You need more for your fire right now. You actually just don't have enough resources. So if it's exhausting for you to scream about it, maybe it's about being quiet about it, because this card shows there's a quietness to the fire in your belly, and more take stock. This is about you just not doing so much each and every day. Take a minute in the morning and in the evening to take stock about how you can restock, because you actually need more resources right now. That can look like cash. That can look like you need more sort of schedule. Like, I do laundries on Wednesday and Saturday, and I don't go to bed till the dishes are done. Like, you can do things that make you feel comfortable, that are in your wheelhouse. But in general, you just need to restock because there's not enough resources right now. So are you doing an unfair amount of the work in your partnership? That needs to be addressed right now. If you're just being drained in this partnership right now, maybe it's time for you to just say, hey, sweetheart, let's set some goals right now. Let's set some financial goals right now, because I really feel like we can balance this out so I can not feel so drained all the time, because I'm bringing in less and less because of so much stress and stress. Okay, sweetie. So again, ultimately, this is a good card because it's time for you to get with your partner right now and talk about more of a sort of fair way to talk about gaining and earning and filling those coffers, because you just don't have enough right now. Okay. Aquarius, let's go. We've got the sort of slightly right tilted Five of Pentacles right now. The Five of Pentacles can show the sort of experienced manifestations that come after you've had sort of battles. You know, this is a person who's been through a lot. Aquarius, you've seen a lot and you've done a lot, and now it's time for you to just sort of enjoy what you have and expand that. So move your body from your trauma over to what's real and what exists inside of your kind of manifestations and expand that. So take what's working and make it bigger now. Okay. Do you got that, Aquarius? I hope that that helps you. Take up more space doing what's working. Take up more space doing what you know you love to do. Do more of that. Okay? Yay. And finally, Pisces, I love you, cute hearts. And I think Pisces is so special right now because Pisces is the sign that we'll be in for New Year's Eve and the spell that we're about to get into after I take some personal questions from folks for MoonTarot. The moon will be in Pisces on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So there's this way that New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, we can have some pretty deep realizations and we can have some pretty big, wild, deep inner knowings that come to. So honestly, like, keep your book of shadows very, very nearby and just be ready to just document exactly what wisdoms shine through on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So Pisces, my love, this is the reversed Three of Cups. I mean, it's like directly reversed. And what I'm seeing in this picture, I'm going to hold this steady for you so you can get that screen grab. You got to go way underground to get to that water table. This is your time right now. And if you aren't taking the time to space out and take that radical inward journey towards the nectar of your deepest knowing that's very, very far below in the wild darkness where the water table is pure and beautiful, you're going to keep trying to take these little sips of surface water and the dew that's on the leaves, and it's just not enough anymore. You're here to lead us to the next place. So you need to have more time to space out and deep dive into your knowing, into the water table that's far down below, far past all of the bramble that cuts you. And then you need to kind of work through the labyrinth of the root system. And then you need to sort of not get stuck in the beauty of the crystalline magic. Keep going till you get to that fabulous cave within with the deep, expansive water table. That's where the magic is going to fill and illuminate your whole being, that you can actually glow to the rest of us, and we'll have deep and radical healing from you. So we appreciate you taking that deep dive. Show us the way. Thank you, Pisces. Oh, what a good session that was. Yay. I'm going to take a little peek and see what's going on here and see what kind of questions that folks have, because I'm very happy to take personal questions here for MoonTarot and see if anybody oh, you're welcome, TK. Hi, Temperance. You're not late. You're right on time. You're perfect. Hello. Hello. Everyone say hello to Temperance, who is always so generous and constantly says hello to all of us in this space and comments, and sometimes on the community page, which I'm just learning to use now. Thank you for being here from the UK. You're in the UK, aren't you, Temperance? That's what I thought. Hi, Michelle's here. How lovely. And Joseph is here. How wonderful. Yeah, Scorpio. That's a very interesting feel for what happened for Scorpio today. You can just kind of dial that back and check it out. It's good to see you, honey love. Oh, good, good. I'm happy to hear that. Does anybody have any questions today, sweethearts? Let's take a little peek here. Channel Schmannel, so good to see you. I was already talking about you, Channel Schmannel. Yay. Hi, baby. All right. So, Jessica, I'd love to pull you a card, and you would like to see, can I pull something for love for us? Kind of in a rut with someone. No. Let's start there. The wisdom shining through, and my hands are upon the deck when I tell you this. Never, ever, ever apologize for taking up space in this space. Let me be the one witch that's truly offering you my love and magic with no strings attached. Your presence is everything. I love that you're here. Never apologize. This is what you got to do with that little stagnant energy that's going on with your love right now. You ready, Jessica? Wow. 9 of Cups. I'm just going to again, Moon Tarot gives me that agency to speak my truth. The sensuousness inside of this space needs more kink. You need more sweetness. You need to explore what makes you feel more turned on. I think that this is about expanding what's working in that love, making it bigger, move out the walls. How do we do that? Do we knock them down? We might damage them if we don't warm them up first. So this is more about you sort of creating more of a honeyed, warmth in the flesh, a honeyed experience in the words, a more of a yummy emotional state for you. Always noticing if you're doing all the work and that's creating resentments. But honestly, this looks a little bit like the rut is because maybe there's a shyness or an embarrassment about exploring kinks with them. And I would like to encourage you to make more space by freaking it out a little tiny bit and just making begin with just the kisses and make those last longer and go from there. And you can just private message me how that's going for you, okay? Because I'm really excited for you. This is a wonderful, beautiful card, the 9 of Cups. It's all there for you. It's just about you having that bravery to speak the truth that you need inside that sensuous relationship. I'm going to check the time too. My watch isn't working right now, so I'm just going to find my phone and I'm going to take a peek and see how we're doing. Okay, I'm going to boogie just a little tiny bit. Yes. All right. So Essie, Todd, looking for healing for yourself. I love it. Oh, thank you for those honey pots, Liz. So I'm reading that, and then I'm going to read Pisces Sun. You've been struggling to find a romantic love and wondering if it's just the wrong time or if your approach wrong. You've been working on being, okay, good. You're welcome, Jessica. Okay. We're going to go up here first to Essie, Todd. Curious about healing for yourself, going straight to it. Okay, so we've got the reversed 8 of Cups. So I'm seeing here that there's this prone proclivity towards like being down and being in it in a almost like a lack of movement way, like your body stops moving when you feel bad. So this is about creating habits for yourself that you actually recognize out loud. Maybe this comes from you looking in the mirror 3 times a day. And I love meals for giving us the ability to reset. So please try to eat 3 times a day. Please do that for me. And after you eat, go look in the mirror and say, what would be in place if I was happier? And try to do that while moving your physical body. So if that's putting on your favorite song and marching in place in the bathroom, if you have to do that in work, do it. Marching in place is going to move the nectars of your body, and it's going to naturally give you little triggers of endorphins and things that make you feel better. So working on feeling better, you got to do that regulated. You got to do that with body movement in whatever way your body is able. Okay, I hope that helps you. So this is the reversed 8 of Cups that's telling you move your body more when you're feeling depressed. All right, so we're going to go back up because I really want to get that relationship question answered too for Ollie. I think that's how I say that. For my Pisces Sun, struggling with finding romantic love. Maybe it's your approach that you want to look at. And that, yes, you're working on being alone, which is a really wonderful thing to do because aren't we all just alone? But having that and having that wonderful weaving with another is just pure magic. And I understand. I love that. I just feel like if you're all online shopping for love, maybe that's something that needs to be paid attention to. Maybe you have to look online at specific days and times that you allow yourself, and you set an alarm, and then you jump off and you get back into your body with it. Okay. And let there be some physical love too. Maybe you find yourself going on museum tours and doing things that are different, where you're actually going to be in a physical space with people that are like-minded for you. Like if that's going and being around people that love crystals, if that's going and physically being in the room with people where there's room for discussion inside of that likeness, I want you to put just as much energy into that. And that's, I know that's not the tarot card, but here comes the tarot card that supports that. Okay, sweetie. Yeah, so this is the reversed Page of Swords, and the swords is the direction of east, the element of air. And that's all about the internet and poetry and music, and it's quieted right now. I feel like it needs to be more actually spoken out loud. You actually need to speak with people. So if there's a way even that you can get in an online group where you're physically talking to each other and you see each other, where it's in a video situation, like have that be one more step that bursts you out of just the online shopping for a relationship, and then move towards being a student. So I'm thinking that you need to take a class, cutie, to turn this upside down right here. I think you need to take a class to be around other students that have like interests. Okay, my love. I hope that helps. And let me take a little peek here. I'm excited to get to our spell in just a second. So I'm going to see how many more we can take here. I'm going to read in, okay, card for 2020 for Jackie, my love. I'm here. I'm going to wet my whistle. I'm so ready for you. And that rosemary's really nice in there. Ah, fabulous. Left tilted strength card. So what I love about the left tilted strength card, the strength card is number 11. It shows the pillar of your legs being solid, planted. And when we see this 11 card left tilted like this, it's like right now you're resting and getting ready for the strength needed. That's coming very soon. Well, you'll be standing in your power and you'll be standing in the strength. So enjoy this quiet time where you're laying and enjoying, because very soon you'll need to be walking this path. I mean, very soon. Like maybe since it's winter, this is your last season of this sort of wonderful rest that you earned and you deserve. So never ever talk shit to yourself for having the rest that you need. Very soon for 2020, you'll need all the strength that you have to get into this fabulous, very well-deserved, wonderful new enactment. I love the strength card. Some people are intimidated of it, like it shows only fighting, but not for me. It shows that fabulous struggle where we can build muscle memory, and we can build our joint strength, and we can build all of our mental capacity for how to work through challenges and problems. So your 2020 wisdom is just relax for the rest of winter and get ready to burst forth, because you are truly coming into this really strong and powerful position, which is so you. I mean, you've always been 100% that witch. So now it's time for you to just be seen in it. And we love you and we need you. All right. Oh, that was so much fun. Okay, honey. So I'm taking a quick little peek here. I just want to make sure that I didn't miss anything too, sweethearts. Okay. I got to go back because I like these to go in order. Joseph, Alchemy of Life, Leo, Moon. How will that energy match the new year? Here we go. Energy match for Leo, new moon. Okay, no. I'm going to go back. I want to say that just like you said it. Leo, moon. How will that energy match in the new year? So this shows you, darling, number 7, Chariot card. So you're on a journey right now. And this is kind of a because it's left tilted, it shows that intuition and the moon mind. I always call the intuition the moon mind. And you're talking about being a Leo moon. It's like you have to be in the radical imagination of where you want to take everything that you have going right now. All right. So this isn't about doing, it's almost like about using your imagination to dream where you need to be. And then the body will catch up to the dream. So spend all of your energy dreaming about where you want to go. All right. Let me take a little peek here. Okay, so Annette, I'm on you now, love. You have a question about the sacral chakra. Excellent. I want to connect to that part of yourself, sensuality, creativity, fabulous. You felt a lot of shame from being in traumatic relationships. Any advice? Coming right up. Okay, and I understand that your advisement, it will come through the tarot, but I'm hearing that you're open to me speaking my truth too. So let's go. All right. So this is the Five of Wands. I get so mad at myself when I edit my language. What I wanted to say was, I'm hoping you get a fire card right when I read that about the sacral. And of course you did. You got the left tilted Five of Wands. I've never seen so many left tilted cards in a reading ever. I'm loving that all of you all are getting your rest right now. This is such good news that we've had so many left tilted cards right now. So the Five of Wands can show that sort of struggle. I don't know if you were raised in like a body shamey environment that taught you that like exploring by using sensuous and sexual manipulations with your hands and your body and tools and I want to say not tools, it's a different word, it's sort of supplies. There's something about the supply line that's coming through that needs to be sort of taken care of. It's almost like I want you to have your own little magic drawer of deep pleasures, deep sensuous pleasures. Let's start there by taking up some space and lining a really beautiful box or having a special drawer that you can create like sensuous supplies in there. Like just go to a fabric store if you have the privilege of having access and get yourself a wonderful silk cloth that just feels fabulous on your flesh in the right color that sort of fires you up. You're talking about that sacral energy. Then we want to look at wonderful pinks and reds and oranges. So let's start creating a nice little spell box that's for expanding the sensuous supply line. And then you can place things inside of there that give you body pleasure. And then let's see how that looks in your book of shadows, things that are making you feel really happy. And that can be things that are outside of you that couldn't be contained in this box, but I'd like you to try to put things in there that represent those beautiful, sensuous things. Like favorite songs and favorite movies can't go in this box, but you could print a photo from a favorite song or a movie or something that reminds you of that and put it in this little drawer or dream box. Okay. But in general, you got to be your own special sacred treasure box, right? This is about you moving the nectars of your body away from being conflicted about your own ecstasy. Stop being conflicted about your ecstasy and start just doing it, just being in your ecstatic experience more often. Okay, cool, fun. All right, I'm going to take a little peek now. I hope you like that, Annette. I'm happy you're here too, Angela. We'll take a few more cards, okay, my loves? You have to deal with an abusive ex in court in a few weeks. My soul goes out to you, my darling. And your self-representation, you can't afford legal help. Well, now you've got this circle of folks that are sending you love right now, so we can help you spiritually. Any spiritual steps and magical steps that you should take to prepare. Now, when you go to court, do you have to go through sort of electromagnetic field where they can see in your body? Because you really need to load your undergarments with lots of crystals if that's possible. If you can't do that, I'd like you to sort of sleep upon some sort of satin or silk cloth that you could line in your intimate wear, your undergarments like a brassiere or panties, and you can place those in there to give you protection. You need mental protection, and you need to get your simplicity of your greeting and your closing statements practiced. Okay, now let's pull a tarot card. Okay, so you're always going to practice saying, "Good afternoon, Your Honor," and "Thank you, Your Honor." Okay, please remember to practice your greeting and your closing statement and have the protection of those words as they come out. You'll start everything with "Thank you, Your Honor." You'll just remember to sort of have a bookends and a lot of loving self-care to yourself. Okay, lots of hydration, and then that silk fabric all around you. Okay, and here we go with your Moon Tarot wisdom. So this is the left tilted Six of Cups. These left tilts are amazing. You've got to hydrate, honey. You're spending so much time thinking that you can think this through, and really you need to sort of hook into the humanity of what you're going through. You need to hook into the fact that you're in an animal experience, and you're going to function better when you have your hydration in place. That hydration is not just about drinking what you need, it's also about bathing so you can get the sort of anxiety-ridden hormones off of your flesh. So you need to do some good dry skin brushing and bathing and showering constantly right now. And very good luck to you, sweetheart. My soul goes out to you. Court cases are no joke, and there's a lot there. So because I'm saving this, you can go back and you can write notes about the way all of those wisdoms were shining through. And I'm sure all the moon babies present here are sending you all of our love and magic as you walk into that very, very challenging space. You need to have a million arms for the things that you're trying to pull off right now. You can do it. It's no easy task. Hydrate internally and externally. Okay, I believe in you, and let me know how that turns out next week. Okay, sweetie, we'll be here. All right, glasses go back on. I'm going to read a few more, my love. Oh, Temperance, do you have a question today, darling? I'm just going to look and see. The screen jumps just a little teeny tiny bit. Oh, thank you, Angela, for telling me that the pick and sound are good. Thank you so much. Okay. Good. I'm glad you're on the right path. All right, Temperance, what's up, babe? You did your first spell yesterday. Yes. And you felt pretty powerful. You'd like to ask if it will come to fruition in some time of 2020, as you know it will take some time. Not necessarily. Sometimes spells just hit. Let's take a peek. Ha! So this is a beautiful card for you, sweetheart. It's the reversed Hanged One, and I know it's like with those first spells, you're on the edge of your own seat, right? So this is just about, your big first witch's year of a year and a day. That's the witch's calendar, is a 1 year plus 1 day that begins on Halloween. So I'm not really sure if you're owning your witchness and owning that title of witch, but I know this is a big deal for you. So congratulations. I love the reversed Hanged One for sort of showing that you're on your own pins and needles with this, and the Hanged One is telling you to kind of let gravity take hold right now, because I'd rather see the roots down below like this. So I will tell you this, because this is reversed in this way, a lot of dirt could be falling on your head. So kind of sink in and go more to the root of this and think about why it is that you cast this very particular spell and feed that bindu point, that one little teeny tiny energy space of why you cast that spell in the first place. Don't worry about the unfurling of all the spell elements. You did all that perfect. Don't worry. Go right down to the source of why you cast that spell and feed that place, because that's the baby. Your spell intention is the most important thing. So write out your spell intention and maybe just enjoy from now till New Year's Eve working the spell. We're about to get into the spell in just a second, and you're going to totally love it. In fact, I'm going to alert my daughter. Sweetie, can you hear me, bird? Can you bring us our spell element now? Good one, Temperance. I'm excited for you. Well done. Spells are the best. I just want to read everybody's questions out loud. I'll assign a card to each one of them for your own exploration after I read one more, and then we'll go from there, okay? Oh, you're welcome, Ollie. And Heather says, do you see a move to a nice, safe apartment for your daughter and you this year? Fabulous, Heather. We're going to pull a card for that in just a second. Don't feel guilty, Jackie. Yes. Alchemy of Life says, don't ever doubt yourself or the power you have. Or you'll have to recast. Joseph, you know what, sweetheart? I'm not really sure that I agree with you on that one. I think that the spell is protected and safe. Doubt becomes the spell sometimes. I'm never worried about recasting, but sometimes we can get stuck on one aspect of it, like the fear that it won't happen, and then that's what gets expanded. I think that the spell stands alone. Thank you so much for your input, Joseph. You're a genius. Okay, so Talia Ray says, you're a Cancer, sun, moon, and rising. How will this affect your new year? You're feeling a little anxious about it. I'll get with you on that in a second. Anna Maria. Oh, that's fine. Okay, so sweetie, I love that. Can you bring me a spoon and we'll let it? Okay, that's great. That's beautiful. Good. I'm glad. So it's not totally frozen. Yay. So I want to go back up to Anna Maria. You'd really like to know how 2020 will look for you. I have to speak the words aloud because I think that they're helpful. You are a dreamer. I love that about you, Joseph. So Kimmy says, loving this so much. Got to run. Bye. Bye. I love you. And TK, you're going. I get it. I love you. All right, friends, I am going to get right back to pulling a card for Mama and Babe in the apartment. This is the reversed King of Wands. You know, I think that you need more protection. I'd like you to kind of be in a space that looks the safest. So I think that when you make the choice, you have to go to whatever's the safest space for you. So anybody that's apartment hunting right now, I want you to keep yourself very safe. So something might look really awesome, but there's an aspect to it, a neighbor or something funky around the edges. Get away from that one and go towards the one that's actually the most physically safe for you, even if it isn't the most glamorous or glitzy one, okay? All right, so here we go. Our spell. So, Bird, there's one aspect to the spell that I'm going to ask you to please jump in on. Can you hear me, darling? So if you can bring me a big bowl of hot water, that'd be awesome. So our spell today is called Choose Your Chill, and we're going to be assigning this work that we're choosing to chill, and we're going to refreeze it. And we've got some lovely things that are seashells from here in Orange County that will load up all of our things that we're kind of staying separate from as we move into this beautiful Pisces New Year's Eve. And we will assign those to this space. Bert and I have frozen some Do you see how it's almost fully frozen? We've frozen some rainwater and some tap water and some moon-infused water. And thank you so much, sweetie. That's wonderful. It might be too full. Is it hot, hot?
It's hot, hot.
Okay, good. That's awesome. You're so wonderful. So we want it to be just right so I can actually embed them in here. And it's just a little bit too much water. So if you could have it be this big in the bottom, that'd be awesome. And it will probably just thaw out perfectly by the time we get in and call in the four corners, which we'll do now. And thank you so much for your presence, you all. It's so special to share these experiences with one another. And we'll jump right on in. Thank you, Bird. You're the best. Love you. Oh, that's perfect. I love it so much. We'll do it. It'll melt perfectly. Thank you, sweetie. Okay. So everyone take a minute and sink into your body and realize that your magic is real. And if you have the ability in your body to move your body towards the north, do that now. As we connect with the element of earth, the direction of north, which is our body. It's our home, it's our food and our abundance. You can call it money if you want to. And we say, hail to the guardians of the watchtowers of the north. Earth, home, be here now. And you can say that with me, be here now. And I'll keep these burning all day long, okay? There we go. This is for our beautiful north. And now you can turn your body towards the east as we hold our candle for the east, which is air. It's that essential breath of life. It's poetry and music. It's the internet. It's our mental capacities. It's our ability to be psychic. It's our morning practices. Hail to the guardians of the watchtowers of the east air. Be here now. And say it with me as we light this candle. Be here now. Lovely. And this is our east candle that will keep burning all day long. And now we turn towards the south, which is fire. That element of fire, which is our passion. It's our sexual, asexual, and sensuous self. It's our ecstasy. It's the fire in our belly. Guardians of the watchtowers of the south, fire, be here now. And say it with me as we light this candle. Be here now. Lovely. There's our south. And now we face the west, which is water. Guardians of the watchtowers, the west, water. You are life. We are from the water. We have that hope that comes from the water. Somehow we created all the cells of our body to crawl from the water, yet water is within us everywhere. You are the oceans of our emotions and the movement in our life. Guardians of the watchtowers of the west, water. I'm going to pull this little match out. Say it with me. Be here now. There we go. Ah, that's so nice. And now we've got all four directions illuminated. And we've got our final gorgeous candle that we burn for spirit in the center to complete our gorgeous, glorious altar. Spirit of life, the great mystery, Goddess, Gaia. You are all of life. We are you, and you are us. Spirit of life, be here now. be here now. Love that. We've got all of our fabulous candles together now, surrounding spirit. And we are now between worlds, my love. And this is our easy peasy New Year's Eve spell called Choose Your Chill. We've got a half frozen bowl of water, which is moon infused. So you can throw a little, snow inside of a bowl and bring it in. You could put some ocean water in there, but we now have like kind of bird is not if melted this little bit of ice that's in here, and we are going to name some of the things that we are freezing that do not serve us, that we're concerned that we want to keep away from us. And I love this beautiful seashell that will be encased in the frozen sort of moon infused water for the rest of the season. This will be in my freezer. And I will name this first fear. I would like to name the fear that there sort of isn't room for my spell in the world. I'm going to freeze that now, and I'm going to choose my chill. All right. So I'm getting rid of that. I'm freezing that idea that there is not enough room for my magic in the world. All right. If anybody else wants to name a fear or something that they're removing from their system, that they aggressively want to move that psychic gunk out, please name it now, and I'll be happy to place that inside of there. I'm going to take this seashell from here in Orange County, and I will place it in the water for any secret fear that people cannot name in comments that needs to be frozen and brought away from you now. I very much respect that you may not have the agency to speak what you need to right now get rid of because of your own need for privacy, and I honor that. So this is for the secret that you need to be away from you now. So we're going to place this in our little yummy little, isn't that pretty? I love seeing these nice shells in here. And I'm going to take a little peek and see if anybody's naming some fears in this choose your chill spell right now, and see what we can release. All right, friends? Oh, I'm just looking at what Morgan said here about deep energies getting released, good old attachments and unhealthy relationships dynamics. Oh, we'll get back to that in just a minute. Let's see if anybody wants to add anything that they want to release. So Ashlyn's saying here she's removing the fear that no matter how hard you work, your great desire will still be out of reach. Oh, I'm so excited to be letting go of that with you, my love. Okay, so let's choose just the right shell. Oh, and I love this. You know what? With this shell that came into my hand, sweetie, do you see how thin it is, but how much space it takes up? It's almost like, Ashlyn, I feel that there's this far-reaching thin blanket that actually like takes shape and covers you a little tiny bit. I'd like to freeze this and shrink your fears. So I'm going to add this right now, that no matter how hard you work, you're still going to, those successes that you know you can do are out of reach. I'm asking for deep magic. I'm asking for that to just be removed from you right now, sweetie. So thank you so much for contributing. I know somebody else had something to say about that. Yes, you have a fear of being rejected, Annette, and I see that, and I'm going to add this right now. This gorgeous, beautiful Pacific Ocean shell right now is going to remove your fear of rejection, and we'll tuck that right in there. Temperance has a fear of negative people affecting your light and spirit. Look at this beautiful shell. I love that. This looks like this shell's been around for a long time. Temperance, I'm going to say that I believe it's possible that that's some ancestral trauma that is clinging to you in some way. So I like the idea of you knowing that you may be caring and tending for a grandmother's old fear of not being accepted. I want to get those words right. I want to reread what you said up there. Fear of negative people affecting your light and spirit. I think that one of your ancestors experienced that, and you're carrying that in your body. So how strong and lovely are you? So we're going to place that also inside of our nice frozen bath, and we're going to take that away from you. Fear of inability. Oh, we have that for you, MB777. Look at this pretty shell. It's two-toned. It's light on the inside and dark on the outside. So this is like you've got two sides to this coin that you're getting hammered from both sides. So fear of inability and fear of being stuck. That's funny that you said two things. So there you go. We've got both of them in there. And Julia, you've got a fear of being left out and a fear of being rejected. So this is also a two-sided. I like that there's this sort of silver lining on the inside though. So when we have a fear of being left out and being rejected, I'm going to say the silver lining is you can get away from people that are negative like that. I kind of feel like there's some negativity in your sphere, and maybe you don't need to tell them your deepest, gorgeous spell work. And maybe this is about you collecting in spaces like this where your spells are being honored and being seen and held. And maybe you just kind of edit what you're sharing with folks that are negative with you. And I'm placing that in there, that fear of being rejected and that fear of being left out. Oh, sweethearts, this is so special. Oh, and I love you, MB777. You're also loading in a fear of disappointment. I love that. Oh, tears and so much love for you, Ashlyn. You're so, so welcome. Caitlin is freezing the fear that your new career path won't take off. Well, I would like to actually, ooh, this is lovely. So we have one black stone that's in here that's got a wonderful circle within it. Do you see that, my darling? Do you see that circle? Do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of our eclipse. So I would like to freeze the fear that your career path somehow isn't going to work out. Let's drop it in. In it goes. All right, sweeties, we're going to keep looking now. All right. So Talia has a fear of relapsing. We've got a nice, gorgeous, beautiful shell that's so thick and powerful. This is a clamshell from here in Orange County that's thick and powerful. So this almost tells me there's a legacy of the behavior that you don't want to relapse into, a legacy, a thick legacy of it. You're really breaking the chain. And I want you to take the time. I'm holding space for you to take the time to be so proud that you broke the chain. You are a legacy, and you broke the chain to not pass that abusive behavior on. So well done, you. It's a thick and heavy chain. It takes more time to sort of recover how hard it is to break that chain. It's almost like you have to keep re-breaking the chain. So well done, you. Be so proud of yourself. That's the anti-venom. Being proud of yourself is what's going to keep you from relapsing. All right, my love. Love you. Okay, in it goes. Into the frozen bath it goes. Let me see what's going on here. There's some wonderful things happening. I'm going to send Bert out for a few more things here. All right. Alchemy of life, fear of, it keeps jumping around, success and fame. Let's go. This is fat. Oh my goodness. This is very interesting. I have a closed shell where the actual sort of shell never opened. I've never collected a shell like this before. So it's complete. So because I only collect shells that are open, where the living being left, either this shell in the cold closed up outside, or the treasure lies within. So this is about you creating a warmer environment for this life and this gift to open up. So we're going to drop that place inside that keeps things cold and closed, and we're going to let that bloom later by getting rid of that fear of fame. Okay, sweetie. Fear of disappointment. I love this MB777. You're adding so many nice things. And Nina, you've removed the illusion of fear. Thank you for that. Thank you. Fear of being abandoned, rejected, replaced. Oh, I love this look. This little shell you can see through. Can you see that, sweetie? It actually has like little battered holes, and it reminds me of an inner ear. I want to shake this so water doesn't get on my machine. Do you see that? That look a little bit like an ear? Be careful what you listen to and be careful what you say out loud, because little baby you is listening. Okay, sweetheart? So be so careful to not even create that sort of replacement. Keep that loving flow around you, and music is so helpful. Keep the sounds of music that you love around you, and keep speaking the truth and wisdom of the love that you know exists in your life as a radical act. Okay, sweetie, I need some more shells. Okay, I don't know. Oh, okay, great. Okay, gotcha. Thank you, sweetie. All right, guys. So I've got one more shell, and we're going to load everything onto this shell right now, and I will speak all of this out loud so everybody knows that I'm here and I'm creating this space for all of us. Who said fear of debt? That's brilliant. Thank you, Angela, for speaking that fear. Oh, good, Annette. I'm glad. Oh, you're a new baby angel witch. Oh, and I love you being here, Annette. Thank you. And Dee, thank you so much for being here. Fear of not showing your daughters enough of how to be true to themselves. Fear of not being all they need during their time of learning. We share that as mamas, sweetheart, and I've got it right here for you, okay? Fear of abandonment, rejection, and unworthiness, says Anna Maria. I love you, sweetheart. Aw. Talia, you just want to say thank you. You broke the chain, and you're proud of you. Hearing you say that generally brought me to tears. Good, good. Let it go. Capture them if you can. And I love my sweethearts over at the Commons because they have a video of themselves capturing the tears as a spell element, and you can freeze those. I'm glad you feel safe to share that in this space. Good, powerful release. Excellent. Well, I will show everybody over on Instagram this nice frozen fears, you all, because this is our choosing our chill. We remove our fears, then we have open space that we can create loving, beautiful chill. We're choosing our chill by removing our fear. I'm not even mentioning the fears. Once they're gone, they're gone. There's open space then for our chill to return. All right. Oh, you're welcome so much. Fear of success, Angela, we're throwing it in here. Fear of not moving forward in your career, we're throwing it in here. And temperance, proud of everyone being brave and sharing your fears in this space. Oh, that in and of itself is powerful. You are very powerful. Thank you for saying so. Bethany, you're so, so welcome. And Jessica, thank you for your heart, sweetheart. And Angela's saying fear of not being accepted by family or rejected, and bless you. I understand that fear so much. And the fear of not finding love or relationships you deserve, no matter how kind, lovable, and deserving you try to be. That is released, my loves. And I'm going to take one little final peep right here, friends, and see if there's anything else to load in here. I also hold in this space, and a little bit of water that's in here, space for all that are afraid to say what they're afraid of, don't have the agency to speak it, that come to this space after the live for unknown reasons, that aren't able to be here and be supported speaking the fears out loud. You are seen, and now you can choose your chill, because in goes your fear And we've got all of our shells all floating now. Everybody's fears are keeping each other company where they belong outside of our body. And Bert and I will refreeze these and I'll show pictures of it over on Instagram. Okay, honeys? So you've got your gorgeous, beautiful blonde nectar brew recipe of 3 cardamom pods, a sprig of rosemary, and some hawthorn berries. You've got your choose your chill glass bowl of moon infused water that you can place, and I like rainwater too, for an hour in your freezer till it's just kind of slushy and crunchy. And then you can take either glass beads or a tiny stone, or like in my case, of course, the beach witch that I am, some shells from my local home beach, and you can place them in there and you can freeze them. And we can look at them next season, okay? They're just gone from us for winter. All right. And I just really am so tenderly touched and moved that all of you are here. I'm putting all of our fears in the center of our altar right now because we remain between worlds. And you can see how beautiful our simple altar is. Isn't that gorgeous? And my loves, I know that was a long session today, and we all deserve it because we worked so hard today. Please remember that magic is your birthright and everything's a spell. This is our spell. Sending you love and magic. Happy New Year, my loves. Bye.